Hello, everyone. Welcome to Homestead Miami Speedway. Tonight we are doing a fun race as just a last part of this 3-day media week. And we're very excited. It's going to be a 40-lap event. Just going through the field very quickly before we get down to the green flag. We have the 23 of Gears or Lee, either one. Then we have the 23 of Cragis. The 48 of Land, the 24 of Train, the 18 of Sequel, and then the 17 of Clocks. One thing you may notice is these cars are not what we are used to running. There has been a special rule put in place tonight that has allowed drivers to use whatever car number they would like. So they may be running numbers that aren't familiar to our viewers, but hopefully they will become familiar as the night goes on. Also, another thing you may notice is there's two 23s that will be leading the field to green. So hopefully you won't get too confused by that since they are both red. But yes, this is a 40-lap event, no stages. The lineup was set by a randomizer, and cautions will only be called if cars are stuck together or if there is a huge pileup. In this case, there are 6 cars in the field tonight. So I would say it's a pretty sizable field, or any other obstacles or obvious dangers to the drivers. And yeah, just once again, 40 laps, no stages. So I guess if we're ready to go, we can get the countdown. Just a reminder before we go too, that we will be racing here just under a week from now for the official championship race. This is the last fun race of the season, and yeah, we're very excited to be racing here tonight just for a quick little fun race. And as Icy joins in the back last minute, and this is also open to past and present drivers, so any driver of Geico, any driver of Cup can join. But obviously I am commentating tonight just to add a little excitement, hopefully. And I don't know if Laner would like to join me, but as far as I know, I'll be commentating as well. So if everyone's ready, we'll get going here in a second. And just another thing to kind of emphasize too, this track is usually a multi-groove racetrack. As we get the countdown now, this track is usually a multi-groove racetrack, but everybody's going to be fighting for that bottom lane, so we'll see how it shuffles out here in the first couple of turns. As we get the green flag is out. 40 laps here. Craig is out to an early lead as they head to 1. Lee already up into the wall. Land taking the grass. Everybody. Oh, and the leader's wreck. Okay, there's a huge pile up, and that's going to be a caution. Already. Like we said, if there was a huge pile up, then that would be a caution. But usually, if it's just a 1 or 2 car incident, then there would not be cautions thrown. And it's going to be a very difficult track to get around, and should definitely be interesting and open up a lot of opportunities for drivers tonight. There's nothing on the line tonight, so we could see a wreck fest, we could see great racing, but nothing is on the line tonight. This is just for fun, so yeah, we'll see how that turns out for some of our drivers. Hopefully we can go green this time. Lee is still having some complications catching up. Looks like he's going to start dead last just from starting on pole. So yeah, from first to last very quickly. And the 17 of Clocks is our leader. Usually he is in the 24 car, as many of our viewers will see. We're going green this time by. Only lap 2 of the race. I have no hope. Just by that crash, I have no hope that we will probably get a lap in just from that little crash right there as well. Hopefully we can still go green. All right, looks like we're gonna go green next time. I think it would help too if the drivers spaced out a little bit, so everybody got their equal share of room. But yeah. You see Icy in the 11 there. He is making his first appearance in a ROCAR car for the first time in actually a couple of months. He stepped away from ROCAR for a little while and has since, been back. But it's pretty good to see him, back in contention. And it looks like we're going to get the green flag here with only 5 cars in the field. I don't know where Lee is. As we get the green flag is back out. Lap 4 now. As they head to 1, Clocks leads. Train sits second, Icy third. Say Cool fourth as he slides up the track and he's riding the wall. And Kragus, look for that car back there, the 23 or the 17, whatever he's running at this point. Look for him to be competitive too. Train coming up to challenge Clocks, maybe not, as they come off too. And this is great practice for Clocks as well, because this championship race is going to be 100 laps, so almost twice as much as the laps we're running tonight. And I think it's great practice for him to learn the turns and to have some competitors, so he won't feel as under pressure, I guess. But Train is going to look to the outside of him, and Icy's going to look. Maybe not. He's gonna take second from Train though. I think they're gonna keep duking it out for second, but it's looking really good for Clocks right now. Icy gonna be looking to the inside here. He's gonna have the dominant lane. And it looks like he might clear him. Oh, 3 wide for the lead. 3 wide. Great opportunity for Kragus to come up here and spoil the party as well. And Clock's going to get stuck up on the outside. Middle lane. Oh, he wrecks Icy. And he collects Say Cool in the process. Looks like we're going to keep it green, maybe. All right. Yeah, it looks like we're going to keep it green. As we go back to the leaders now, Train is now your leader. Just coming off of 2. Kragus sits second in the 14 now. I think he's made like 3 number changes at this point. I have no idea. Xander 3. I think everybody's equally spread out at this point, but somebody that was going to get lapped was Lee, and it looks like he should be okay for now. Eventually, though, these drivers are going to have to make pit stops. There are no stages, so there are no guaranteed cautions. So eventually, these guys are going to have to make green flag pit stops, and we really haven't seen green flag pit stops all season. So I think if they do have to come down, then it's going to be interesting to see how they approach that. And I don't think that there's any pit limiter or the where the line will slow you down. I don't think that is enabled for tonight's fun race either. So it should definitely make things interesting with drivers coming down at 200 miles an hour. Craig is starting to bite into that lead a little bit. Not making too much ground up, but he's going to eventually get there with the draft. And Saquel sitting back there in third. Clock's fourth. Icy fifth. And Icy is sitting really comfortable back there as well. Not making up too much ground on Clocks, but I can guarantee you Clocks was not happy about that little scuffle with him and Icy. So Train trying to break up the draft a little bit now. And I think you have to approach every corner differently just because of the tires wearing so much. As Craig is going to try to look to the inside, try and get past 24 of Train. He's going to look to the outside, see if he can get it done. He will not. And if you take note too, you break a lot more if you're higher up in the turn, and then you lose a lot more time. So that's something to note as well. So that just adds all the more emphasis on using that bottom lane. That bottom lane really works out if you use it in all its entirety. So Craig is losing a little bit of ground now to Train. As we approach lap 15, I don't think that it's too long now, at least until we have to make the first round of pit stops for the day. And I don't think anyone's really saving. Like I said, they're not competing for anything. So, everything's kind of out of the window tonight. They're just racing for the win. And yeah, I guess we'll have to see. Just looking through the field here. Saquel's definitely starting to close in a little bit. And he's not making too much ground because he keeps sliding up the track, but he's making a little bit of ground, I'll say, and he's sticking with the leaders, definitely. And now that everybody's starting to close back in a little bit, it makes me wonder, who's going to peel off and go to pit road first. I mean, we could see some interesting strategy play out as we see Train trying to break up the draft again. I think we could. This could be something we see all day. And it's still a little bit until that lap 40 mark, so I would not count out people like Lee or Icy yet. One bad pit stop, and you could end up losing a lot of time in a lot of spots. So it's definitely something to take into consideration. And you could tell that these tires are definitely starting to wear as people start to slide up the track a little bit more in each corner. Excuse me. Kragus has not made up any ground though on that 24 car, and Saquel is going to look to the inside and he's going to take advantage of this. Oh, and he's going to wreck the 18. Oh, that's not cool. And I'm sure that's definitely not what Saquel wanted to do as Clocks hit him. Oh, and he's going to slide to the inside. Caution's out. So Clocks hit the inside wall as well. So that's definitely going to help a lot of these drivers in terms of the tire wear, and the free pass will go to Lee. Excuse me. And yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens here. I think things are going to get pretty interesting. And like I said before, there will be no giving or taking tonight. So, I think any of the wrecks that we see, it's just how it is tonight. So it looks like Clocks is going to cycle out to second and then Icy third, which sounds right. And pits are going to be open this time. So, yeah, we should see most of the field come in and take tires and gas. And, yeah, hopefully we can get back racing here soon as Lee is already down on pit road. A little early. I don't think that's going to put him out in the lead. He is the free pass, so he should not be the leader once this is all said and done. But as they come down pit road, the top 4, top 5, all the way back there is Kragus as well. First into his box will be Train, and then Clocks, Icy, and then Saycool. As Saycool and Kragus have a little scuffle, trying to get into their boxes. And I think Land actually dipped early. I don't know where he went. We're going to see Train come off first, Clocks second, Icy third, Saycool fourth, and Kragus will come off fifth. And just to confirm, Lee will restart at the back since he did pit a lap early. And if everything is cleared up, then we should be going green this time, hopefully. Just under the halfway mark here already in this race. I would say that this is going to definitely be a good championship race. If drivers can get it figured out. Just with some of the wrecks that we've seen, it may be hard to avoid it if the drivers aren't careful. So I think that'll be interesting to watch as we go back to the green flag here. Lap 19 out of 40 for this race. Saycool and Icy, 2x2, as well as Kragus and Lee behind. Oh, Kragus pushing Icy up the track. He's going to pass him. That's one spot for Kragus picked up already. And Saycool and Lee have wrecked off of 2. But it looks like we're going to keep it green. And Clock's having a really good entry to the corner there. He's going to look to the inside of Train. Train leading most of this race already. Clock's leading that other part of this race. And it looked like Train got the momentum off that corner and he led that lap. But Clocks will get the deal done here. And he's clear. And it's a tight battle for second. Chance they might go 3 wide here if Icy decides to take him 3 wide. Yeah, it looks like they might be 3 wide just for a second. Just for a second there they were. Oh, he's going to wreck Kragus. Icy turns Kragus. And he's going to come out in third after all that. So Clocks leads once again. Train sits second. And Icy sits third. And as this is now lap 21, we are officially halfway into this race. I wouldn't say it's been the boringest race or the boringest fun race we've ever had, but it's definitely a preview of what we're going to see next Friday night. And just a reminder that next Friday night at 8 o'clock, we're going to be going racing here. 4 championship drivers fighting it out for 1 trophy, and that will be to take home the season's title. 15 long races led up to this very race and this very track. So definitely going to be an exciting race. And yeah, I'm looking forward to it, at least on my end, and I'm sure the rest of the drivers are. But just from what we've seen tonight, that this is going to be a preview of what we'll see, except just a lot less cars in the field, and a easier chance to get spread out. But you see some different drivers here taking a different approach to these corners, and Train got a huge run off the corner just that time. And I think he's actually trying to make that second lane work, or he's at least trying something different from what the other drivers are doing. You can see he enters mid, and then he comes back down, and that kind of gives him a little bit of momentum. But he's going to come up to the bumper of Clocks. He's going to bump him a little bit, look under him, and we'll see if he clears him. Looks like he's going to clear him. Clocks might get a little bit of momentum coming off the corner. He's going to look back inside of Train. They're going to battle into 3. And here comes Icy. He's not going to be left out of this battle at all. And it looks like Clocks will retain the lead as we come to lap 25 now. Just shy of 15 laps to go. I'm not sure who's going to win it. I mean, I think these top 3 could win it, but, caution comes out. That could change everything. And Train is going through a little bit of lag, so he's going to slip back to 3rd. Icy up to 2nd. See if he has anything for the leader of Clocks here. And this is a mix of Cup and Geico drivers, so I'm sure, some of the Cup Series drivers are getting, some tips and experience just from running behind some of these Cup drivers. As we see Train look back up the inside of Icy, seems like he's got the lag figured out. While this battle is going on, I'm looking to the back of 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th. I think that this battle's not over between Saycool and Kragus. They might end up duking it out for position. But they are running peculiar lines. But back to the leader now. Or what was the leader, as they all wreck. That's going to be a caution. I was not watching. My apologies. I was not watching that at the moment. But Clock slipped back to 3rd, and then it looked like Train and Icy wrecked, and Clocks got involved with that. So, the top 3 wreck. But like I said, one caution and it could change everything. So we'll see who comes in. Nobody. Oh, we got 17 and 23 coming in. Kragus on the backstretch. We'll see if he comes in. But it looks like the top 2 will stay out, as well as Saycool. As Clocks and Lee are going to slide into their boxes now. They're going to take 4 tires and fuel. And it looks like Kragus will come down as well. So the bottom 3 taking tires and fuel, and the top 3 staying out. It's a very interesting strategy and a very divided strategy. It could pay off, or it could hurt them, depending on if they, get into any incidents with other drivers. But we'll have to see how that plays out. Because just in an instant, we've now learned that the racing here can get very spread out. So we'll have to see what happens. Hopefully we get to go green this time. I'm not sure what's going on. Seems like Clocks had a little problem with the track. And we are going green this time by. So it'll be 11 to go when we're back to green. I wouldn't think that the drivers would have to pit again. But in an overtime situation, maybe, I would maybe think that they would come down. Given that this is only a 6-car field, I don't think it's a lot of ground to make up. Just not including the situation where we would have incidents where there would be a pile up, or a lot of drivers would be involved in an incident. But there's a chance that we could definitely go to overtime if drivers get too greedy, and they want more than they're given. So we'll see now. The top three once again stayed out. Fourth and back came in for tires and fuel. As we come back to the green flag, 11 laps to go here from Miami, and Train will lead us off. So into one once again, 3 wide for last back there, or 3 wide for fourth, excuse me. Lee actually holds last, to my knowledge, from looking at the leader. Going back up to the lead, though, Train is leading, as well as Icy sitting second. And there is a mess back there for fourth and on, third and on. Looks like Craggus, Lee, and Seikul are all in one big bubble, trying to fight it out for that spot. Hopefully they can keep it clean. I'm not sure how long they'll be able to keep it clean for, though. Train is all over the back bumper of that 11 machine. This is going to be very dicey. Down into 3. 24 looks like he'll clear Icy, and he will. So we come back, there's going to be 9 laps left in this race. So can those cars that pitted get back up there and contend for the win? That's the question right now, because it's a very divided strategy, and the test to see if that whole tire strategy worked. As we see, the 23 is going to slide off the corner and hit the inside wall. No caution, I believe. We keep it green. So Icy and Train are gonna battle it out here for the lead. Clocks is going to join the party. Him and the 24 have been arguably the best all night. Leading a handful of the laps. Now Icy leading 1 or 2 of them. With just 8 laps left, I mean, I think we could definitely see the 17 have a greater chance at winning this thing. But Icy's going to have to hold on for this. And I think we'll definitely see a good finish either way. But none of these drivers have really left the draft, which has really amazed me. I really don't think that we've had that much wrecking except for the 23, just from what I've seen, though. So, yeah. They're battling up at the front for the lead. Nothing has changed, though. Still the 11 first, 24 second, and 17 third. Coming back with 6 to go. Is Train going to try to look to the outside? I don't think he will get it done. He looked for a second and he backed off. He had to make the corner too. So now there will be 6 laps left in this race. Remember, anything can happen. So if you're leading, don't think you're safe just yet. Now we're going to be 3 wide for the lead. Clocks is going to slide out into the lead. And he's on fresh tires, so he has the advantage. And he's starting to put a little bit of a gap on the 11 car. Not too much. The draft makes the bigger difference than the tires do. He's going to turn the 11. Will the 11 slide back up into traffic? It looks like he will not. So it looks like the 11 is out of contention as long as we stay green. That's 1 car out of the lead pack now. Craggus up here fighting for second. He is also another one on the fresher tires. So it looks like Train will slide back into third now. Top 2, 17 and 14. We'll see with 5 laps left here in Miami. It's definitely going to be an interesting finish. I think that we're setting up for a good one. The top 5 are really up here right now. As Craggus slides up the track, he's gonna lose a little bit of time here. He may even lose second to Lee. Oh, he gets turned. And that's another car maybe out of the draft. Looks like he'll be okay. It'll just take him longer to get back up there, though. As Lee's going to slide up the track, Train's going to take second with the draft from Clocks now. And Clocks is going to have to try something different to try and keep that gap where it is, because Train is going to close up that gap quickly. He's going to have to try and break the draft or do something. With just 3 laps left in this race. As they come off of 4, 2 laps remaining. The top 3 are all right there. And don't forget about Saycool either. He's there. I think anybody in the top 4 has got a chance to win this thing. Do not count out any of these guys. As Lee is actually going to look to the inside. There's a lot of lead changes happening tonight, so it's hard to keep up. As they enter 3, they're going to be coming back to the white flag this time. Like I said, Saycool, he's right there. Clock's going to retain second. Lee's going to lead them when they come to the white flag. 1 lap to go. Sponsored by nobody. So, after 40 laps of this thing, who will come out on top? That's the question. As they come off of 2 for the final time, Lee will lead them. Going into 3. Clocks with a run. He's going to maybe look to the inside here. Does he have anything for the 23? He's going to give him a bump. He's going to look under. He's going to take the apron. Clocks clears him. 24, looking inside. Not going to do it. Clocks wins at Miami. He's going to win the fun race tonight. So Clocks, Train, and Gears, your top 3. And it looks like Saycool got 4th, Icy 5th. Or excuse me, Icy 6th. But we saw those last 10 laps, last 10, 11 laps go caution free. We had a few spins here and there that took Icy out of contention. But at the end of the day, it was Clocks' race to win. So congrats to Clocks, a good friend of mine. We had another league race also earlier that he won, so congrats to him on that. Wrapping up a fun night of racing, though. It was 40 laps, but it felt like a lot of action-packed stuff happened in this race. And just a taste of what to expect next week. I think that it's going to be a very entertaining race. It could easily get boring, though, if something were to happen to one of the leaders and they wreck out. Because remember, this is only a 4-car race next Friday. So I think that if something like this were to happen, we could see whoever's leading, they could probably end up leading the majority of the race. But 100 laps around here next Friday. Definitely going to be a fun one. Looking forward to it. I hope that there would be commentary. I would assume that there is. But I'm looking forward to crowning a champion here next Friday for the last race of the season. I think it'll be a good one. But that'll be it from me tonight. Good race from Clocks as well as everybody else, including Land, that 1 lap that he was here. Good race tonight from everybody. And looking forward to it next week. Thanks for tuning into Media Week. Definitely been a fun week. And join the Discord if you haven't already. Got some exciting stuff in the works that looking forward to announcing soon. And yeah, that'll be it from me tonight. So this is CSP signing off, and yeah, see you next week.